Before we have a chat with two of the massive Go For It crew, Callum, let's have a quick catch up with our text line.
Yeah, hi to Kitty again, who says that they're loving that second track from Go For It Tribe, Mission. Excellent sound, more and more please. Irene, Kayncee is talented. Go For It Tribe are all about the message and spreading awareness and positivity. Honestly inspiring. And also hi to Liv, who says, love that track Mission from Go For It. It's a whole vibe, pure tune. Lil Nate is so sick, can't get enough of his verse. You all have so much talent.
Yay. Well, really pleased to say the whole gang is in the studio. On the mic, so we got Mercutio the Bard and Kayncee. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us. Yeah,
it's sounding absolutely brilliant. Kayncee, you are the kind of the godfather of this, I guess, because it all started off with you, really.
Yeah.
What's the whole philosophy behind it?
Go For It really has been born out of trying to really hone in on what drives us as human beings, what motivates us. And I found this philosophy, I don't want to say I found it like I discovered it, but I came across this philosophy while I was studying, and it's called Ikigai. And to me, this is the it in Go For It. It's like, go for what? Go for Ikigai. And it's this Japanese word that translates to reason for being. And really, that's it. That's Go For It. That's like, you find that reason that you're alive, that you get up out of bed every morning and pursue that to the max. We've got a diagram on the back of our record that kind of breaks it down, like what you love, what has a positive effect on the world, what you're skilled at, and what you can be paid for. If it's in the middle of all four of those things, then you're going for it.
You're right in the middle of the Venn diagram. Yeah. Mercutio, it's all about positivity, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's positivity. We like to spread a positive message, but we're about reflecting the realities of the world that we live in as well. So, you know, there's songs that tackle some more sensitive subjects. We've got one that we're going to perform for you in a live lounge in a minute, which is sort of tackling some mental health issues. And yeah, we try and have a good time with it. We don't like to get too doom and gloom. But yeah, we're out here trying to affect change in the world, positive change. You know, myself and Kay, we do a lot of youth music work. A lot of the guys in the tribe are heavily involved in that as well, and we're just out here trying to give opportunities to the kids that, you know, some of us didn't have when we were growing up and really needed, and that some of us did have. Some of the lads, you know, they came up through that, and that's how they got into music, and you know, the things we're doing now is fantastic.
It must be absolutely amazing when you see a young person come in and you're training them up, you're teaching them how to do music, and they're like, maybe they're really nervous and really shy, and then you start to see them blossom. What on earth does that feel like?
That's why we do it. That's why we keep doing it, and it's fantastic. And either seeing, you know, just from like a confidence boosting perspective, and seeing the knock-on effects and the ripple effects that has in other areas of their life, or, you know, for some people that are coming in and they're already an artist in their own right, and we're just sort of showing them how to avoid some of the pitfalls that we might have come across in our own journeys, trying to figure it out as we went. And we're able to sit down and mentor these young people and say, right, you know, don't do this, do a bit more of that, and they have great success with a lot less trouble than we had, I think, trying to get through. So it's pretty fantastic. Yeah.
Brilliant, glad to hear it. And Kayncee, you're all DIY as well, which is fantastic. And you've released limited edition 300 vinyl copies of the album, and you've got your homemade bandanas as well. There was someone on the text line really wanted to get hold of one of your bandanas.
We'd love to get one into your hands, I can't lie. Yeah, it's been a very independent journey this past decade of Go For It, and it's really like nice to celebrate that this year. Like, we turned 10 this year, so we were like, how do we celebrate this? We put out the album, and it really represents that story of the past decade. It's like over 30 people involved on the album.
30 plus artists on the album, which in of itself is logistically it's challenging. No, but as independent artists as well, like, you know, because and you know, we work in the artists you'll hear on this album, like, it's not like it is a DIY project, but these are all people that have like mastered their craft over a period of years, you know, decades, some people that are featuring on this, and people that are very well respected within the different genres and stuff that they're operating, but that your listeners might not have heard of these people. And like, people always saying to me like, oh, like, put me onto some music, Murky, send me any, and I'm always trying to put people on. I say to them, like, there is music out there, but, you know, go and support the big acts. If you want to go and spend a few £100 and sit at the back of an arena and do that, that's cool. But like, you could see like 100 local gigs for that, and see artists like do it just on the cusp of going to fill out those arenas in a couple of years' time. But you get to see them in a small boozer in front of like 30, 50 people, you know, even sort of other venues. Brighton's fantastic for that. And so for us, it's like, it's sort of giving a showcase to these artists, and people listen to it and they go, oh, that's really good, you know. And you're like, yeah, like, we've been doing this a minute, do you know what I mean? Like, it's there.
But Kayncee, it's a bit exciting because you're going off to New York. What are you going to be doing?
Like a musical hero of mine, I'm going with him, Logic, who founded the People's Army, and we're going to the Mecca of hip hop to make some music, do some shows. I'm very excited. I'm going to be vinyl shopping, and I'm going to just be loving life, going to all the murals of all my favorite rappers, and yeah, it's going to be a real spiritual journey, I think, for me.
I love that. From Crawley to New York, it's mind blowing.
For real.
So what's happening next for the Go For It tribe then as a whole?
What's next? We've got November 20th coming up at the Chip Shop, which is a legendary
that's
hip hop
in Brixton,
in
yeah?
Brixton. It's been, everyone from Chuck D to Ice-T's performed there. When we were thinking about where do we do the album launch party, this was our first choice, and we managed to secure it for November 20th. So salute Mac at the Chip Shop for having us, and we can't wait. It's free tickets. We're gonna have vinyl there, we're gonna have bandanas there, but right now there's like less than 100 free tickets available online. You just go to Eventbrite, you can get your free ticket.
But come down anyway. People know the Chip Shop. Like, don't let, if the tickets are sold out and that, just come down to Brixton, because there's going to be such a vibe going on. We'll be partying outside on the street. There'll be ciphers. There'll be all sorts of stuff going on. Right. So it'll be brilliant. And we've all got other projects that we're working on. Me and Joe in a group called the Mackesons. Some of you know. We've just had another release drop today called Weirdo, which is like a Samhain sort of a Celtic Halloween tune, and it's a big tune. So check that out. Weirdo from the Mackesons, big one. Yeah,
the Weirdo.
Brilliant stuff. Right, well, I'd like to wish you all the best of luck. Let's have a quick run through your tracks. So we've already heard Go For It and Mission. Tell us a little bit about them. These are all on the album, yeah?
All on the album. Every track we're doing today is from the album. Go For It is like pretty much the second song on the album. And then we did Mission. We're about to do Mind Over Matter, which is another really special one from the album that features Stitch, Young K1 and myself. And we're going to close out today's set with a song called Captain Hook that we've never actually performed live before. So it's a debut performance today, right here, exclusive.
Song on the album
and it's a really special one.
Yeah.
It's a really fun one. One of the last songs that we made before the album got finished. And so, yeah, we're excited to show it to you today.
Brilliant. So I reckon you're going to be coming back from New York buzzing with ideas. We're going to be hearing a lot more from Go For It in 2025. Thank you to everybody for coming in.
No worries.
Yeah, right, okay. and thank you to Kayncee and Mercutio on the mics. And we've got 2 more tracks to come, so it's going to be an absolute banger. And I think 2025 is really going to be your year.
Bless you.
Hey, thank you so much. So before we hear from Go For It, there's next track live in session from Woking now.